Good morning, friends. I have several projects that I'll be working on again today, and I hope you come along with me for the ride. One, I will be working on a garden. Let me turn you around so you can see. The first, we'll be working on this little bed. It's under one of our oak trees, and it's been pretty neglected, poor thing. It sits in morning sun, and it does get some afternoon sun, but in the middle of the day it's under shade. But I have some lantana, and there's one coneflower that I have, and then a sage growing in here. I also will be working on this side bed of my greenhouse. So I had some sweet Isabel daisies here, and they have since perished. As you can see, our wonderful raccoons will dig up typically anything new. I do have Repelsol, but that actually gets them more excited for some reason. I do have Lyrope that I planted last year, and I had propagated this rosemary from my barbecue rosemary that I have by the house, and so they're actually doing really well. I have two of those, and then I have this plumbago here. It's a imperial plumbago, but I am hoping that the periwinkle white Vincas I'm going to plant in the front will do well here in this bed. Okay, I'm here. I got my trusty kneeling pad that I got from Garden Answer. Great if you don't have one of these already. And my weed bucket, rake, adjustable rake to clean up and around inside. My trowel, gloves. So not only do I have that for for the plants, because many of the plants have, sap or toxicities, but also because of spiders, scorpions that we have here. So it provides me a little bit more protection, not everything. And then some little nippers. Yellow trailing lantana in here, and it tastes like lemon, almost like a lemon pledge kind of thing, or a limoncello. And it's not even in the flowers, it's just the plant itself. So if you ever get a chance to grow this, you're not going to be disappointed. Two extra things I'm grabbing is this larger popper bin, so I can put in the weeds, because obviously my bucket is full already. And then this old nursery pot that I'm going to go ahead and plant, I'm going to place the cuttings. So I have already pruned this trailing lantana earlier this summer. I should have already pruned it one more time. I did not. I'm not regretting it. I am setting the ants. Digging out this horrible bindweed. getting the roots. If you don't get the root, it's gonna come right back. So I'm not gonna take up all these leaves. These leaves are actually not from the tree. If it was from the tree, I would definitely be pulling them out, because oak leaves sometimes will create a muddy mess and not decompost very well. But the leaves from the salvia and the sage actually are very good. So I will place the mulch on top of that, so this way it has a little bit more nutrients. All right, let's get back in here. So I wanted to give you a quick update. This yellow trailing lantana, it's on the other side from the original one. It is affected by, I believe, a mite, maybe a spider mite. So I pruned it very hard. It's probably maybe a half, if not even a third of its original size. So I'm going to, I already changed out my gardening gloves, cleaned my nippers, and washed my hands and arms. But I don't know if you can see there, right, and then the webbing. So tonight I will come in with neem oil this evening, because it's going to be in the sun and I don't want it to scorch. But I will go ahead and knock it down with some hard water spray until this evening, where I can, or possibly this afternoon, depending on the sun. So, but I just wanted to give you that quick update. It's always good to cut it back really, really well. And I want some leaves so I can kill what is remaining with the neem oil sprayed down on the ground. And then I'll go ahead and take this and dump it now to the burn pit. So this way we can get rid of this before I continue on. I'm very disappointed that the lantana has the mite infestation. So when I go to add some mulch, I'm going to leave that open and I'm going to soak the neem oil several times before I add any mulch, because what I don't want to do is have mites be harboring on the ground at all. So in this area, I have this coneflower. It's a purple coneflower, and I had put this basket here just to kind of give it a little bit of support, because it didn't have, structurally it was just too heavy. So it looks like it's got the stability now. I'm going to trim up the seed heads. Yes, I'm not going to keep it for the animals. I'm going to see if I can actually spread out the seeds and propagate some more. I have to cut them down. I can't let them go by themselves, because I do have weed barrier here, and the weed barrier is due to what we call spicy balls or beakage. They are, honestly, I think they come straight from Satan, because they're horrible. So once I get a picture of them, I'll put them on the screen to show you. Honestly, this is how we would fight our enemies, is putting these in their beds, on the floors. So when they wake up in their underwear, we'd win, because they're horrible, horrible, horrible. So I'm going to put this just in case. She's doing well. May not need to anymore. I'm going to clean her up, and then I think we're good. Let me go get those clean nippers or snips. Finish up pruning this blue chill salvia, and this I don't actually know the name of it. It was just honestly, it was just lantana is how it was labeled. But it's a beautiful white with yellow lantana, and it grows well, rounded, so it's nice to have a nice, just a beautiful little ball. But I'm going to tidy it up. It doesn't look like it has any mite damage, so I'm happy with that. Just some wear and tear. It looks like a little beetle nestling in there, and it'll look a little bit better. I don't mind keeping things that fall down from the tree limbs, the branches, twigs in. It's natural. And it helps also with the mulching. of gloves, and I have re-washed my hands and my nips, and just because potentially that lantana could have mites as well, I am just being cautious. And before I go on to that blue chill sage, and I'm gonna hit everything in this garden with neem oil this evening. I don't know if you can see them. These are what I was talking about. This is spawned straight from Satan. Horrible. They dry and they spread on animals, us, their feet, our feet, and they spread and grow new ones. They're horrible. Horrible. All right, so I did some aggressive pruning on these. Well, not so much on the blue chill, but you need to go away, Mr. Grasshopper. So this is the lantana, and this is the one I was telling you is in the mound, and it's white and yellow. Blue chill sage or salvia, and then this is yellow trailing lantana, and this is the one that I saw the mites on. So I'm going to water it aggressively on the leaves, hard spray, and then this evening I'll come in with some neem oil, and then a couple of days later I'll do another application, and then I'll go ahead and mulch this area. I measured the flower bed and it's 17 feet. So this is center here. So what I will do is go out a foot with each of the vinca plants. And this way it's somewhat balanced. I'm using my stick, it's 12 inches, as my guide to place the vinca plant. Just on center. And some of these have 2 plants in there. They came from my daughter's garden. They had reseeded themselves, and she brought the seedlings to me, which I thought was absolutely sweet. Very considerate. And the ones that have 2, I will separate and plant. I have 16 pots, but like I said, I have more than 16 vincas. Those are all the single ones. Oh, another single one right here. I'm going to lift up some of these long branches. Lift the leg out. This obelisk. And I'll reuse these pots for the celosia. I do have barrier fabric here just because of these grasses are wild grasses and they will shed a lot of their seeds, and so I did that so just to prevent them, so it's a little easier to get them out of the ground, or mulch I should say, when I'm digging them out. So that's what you'll see me doing right now. And I'm hoping they will set seed like hers did, and then this fall I have some more Vincas for next spring. One can only hope. And the raccoons stay out of here and not dig these up, because they did dig some. Well, squirrels, I believe, was in underneath my tree garden that dug up one. And Vincas are deer resistant and rabbit resistant. So since I planted some around in my tree garden, that has been the case. We have not had any kind of deer damage to them. Not saying that they won't eat them if they're super hungry, but at the present, no deer damage. So I'm just scratching the mulch to get down to the fabric. So the mulch, it has several layers of mulch on here now, last year and then this year. So they're breaking down, which is nice, right? That's what you want for mulch to do, is to break down. Although this one, of course, is not penetrating into the soil because of the fabric, but it's still doing what it's supposed to do. So I finished the garden. 13 little periwinkle white vincas have been planted, and I have added some more mulch on top, and I think it is good to go.